Okay guys, welcome back to this video. This video we're going to cover functions. Functions in JavaScript. Yeah, many of you are confused asking about functions. Okay, what does a function do? A function will be I'll take a function in the part of the reference types, data types. Okay, so it goes under the data types. Here we have the objects, arrays, and the functions. They are referensive data types in JavaScript that I'll say. Okay, a function just performs a specific task. It does execute a given set of algorithm or of a given set of parameters given. I'll give an example. Let's have a function, and this function, let me say it's going to read someone. I'll say, and then we shall put the brackets for the we shall put the brackets for the parameters, and also add the curly braces where I shall put the logic. Okay, so in this case, this function we're calling it greet. It's going to greet someone, and let's say with the the task it's going to perform or it's going to execute is greeting, and so the logic behind greeting we shall have to display the greeting. So we shall use console.log, and I will say that after this, just greet someone that hello, how are you? And then coming back to execute this function to get what it does, so we shall call this function by its name and also put the parentheses. So on saving this and running this, we shall have hello, how are you? Okay, so let's make this more dynamic. Let's make this to change variables. So we're having this part here where we put our parameters. Remember, all the things that go under this bracket here, they are the parameters, and the things that go under the execution part of the function, we shall call those the arguments of that very function. So under the parameters, I'll say that, let's say we are having name, name, okay, because we want to be receiving the name dynamically, the name to change according to the time of the execution of this very function. So if this is the name, we shall come down here and we shall input, let me say, a given name, which we can may say Josh. Remember, a name data type is string, so we must put on the we must put in the quotes, all the double quotes. So coming back to save this and run this, let's see what we shall have. Okay, it's bring hello, how are you? It's bring hello, how are you, because in the output we have not told it to input to output the name or the argument we're talking about. So we shall put the plus and add the argument variable, which is name in this format. Okay, so we shall add the space, we shall add the space, okay, and then rerun this. So it's saying hello, how are you, Josh? But remember, in each function we can have multiple we can have multiple parameters in the function. So I can put another parameter which may be, or I'll first call this one as first name, and I'll call another parameter as the last name. So coming down on execute, we shall have hello name and hello. Let's say this one is the will be the first name, and then we shall put the space, and then we add on, I'll say, the last name. Okay, we shall save this. So coming here on the calling this function, we have put in data type for the data type that is first here is the one the first for the first parameter, and then we should have to put also the argument for the second parameter, which I'll say, mm, we shall change the name to, let me say, the first one. Let's change it to, we say that Derrick. Then comma. Then we shall put the second one, which I may say uh, Mugooba. Okay, you can use any other name, you can use any other word depending. So we shall come back here, refresh this. You're saying it's taking the parameters that we are having. Okay, so I'll come back here, put in the space, save, so that you can see this. That's why it's showing hello, how are you, Derrick Mugooba. So for every function, uh, if you're declaring a function, you first declare, you use the function keyword, we declare the name of the function, we put the parenthesis brackets, we put in the parameters we want to cover in this very function. So we shall open the brackets, and we shall put the logic to execute the task of the function. In this, the logic, we use the console.log output hello, how are you, plus we put in the arguments, the parameters. Okay, the parameters, and on the execution of this very function, that's where we shall put the arguments of this function. Okay, the arguments will briefly be the variables, the value variables of the value for the variables that are the parameters of this very function. Okay guys, thank you for watching. I'm going to create another video about the any calculation function so that we can see how it also works.